Hello and welcome back to the Fracking Farmhouse, where I just want to share this little thing with you. It's a cartoon, it's old, it's from the New York Times in 2015, and you can see it here. It's just got this man in a shabby suit, and he just says, okay, so the world got destroyed, but for one beautiful moment a lot of value was generated for shareholders. And you realise that in the Fracking Farmhouse, you realise that this is all it's about. This whole fracking game is just for making money. And when you realise that all the time the people who are pretending to be, the experts and the scientists and INEOS and Quadrilla are saying, we're doing this for the good of that, they're just salesmen. They're just trying to sell you what they've got, and they just lie all the time. That's it. They just lie to your face. They say we need it for national security. They need it for because the latest little droll thing they've come up with is the transition fuel, and it's a good way because it's got a lower carbon footprint than coal. I mean, okay, we got rid of coal. Okay, now it's got a lower carbon footprint than LPG, compressed liquid gas. It really depends on whether the liquid gas is being fracked or not. Most of it isn't. It's from Qatar. But what they're omitting is the fact that all that infrastructure exists already. The boats, the pumps, and the things, and the terminals in this country to receive it. If you wanted to get fracked gas, you would have to drill thousands of wells, and then you look at the carbon footprint of all the steel that you've got to make, because each one has got 3 rings of steel going down a mile, each well. And remember, each well is only very productive for a year, and then it fizzles out. So you drill, their latest estimate is 6,000 wells, each triple ringed with steel, and then with cement, and the carbon footprint of that cement. And you realise they're just talking absolute rubbish. There is no way it's got a lower carbon footprint. They're just lying because they're trying to sell you something. They are trying to generate value for shareholders. And as we've seen before, in INEOS's case, the shareholders read Jim Radcliffe and his 2 mates. The country's richest man, we've got to do all this so the person with the most money gets more money. And that's all it's about. And they're just salesmen, sleazy salesmen, selling their wares because that's all they know how to do. It's like, you can draw the analogy, it's like, because we know we've got to burn less fossil fuels, it's like saying, you're an alcoholic, you've got a drink problem, you've got to stop drinking, you've just got to stop. And then you're turning up and saying, yep, it's all right, we've got homebrew. And homebrew is your transition drink away from all this bought in stuff. They're just sleazy salesmen, they're selling you a lie, and the best thing is they're losing. And once they've gone, we can move on to the rest of the fossil fuel industries. Because if they hadn't been stopping us for the last 30 years, we'd all be renewable by now. And they've just been selling us what they've got, which is fossil fuels. It's as simple as that. So that was it. I just thought I'd share that cartoon with you because I think it just sums it up in a nutshell. And once you take away the myth that we need fossil fuels, and it's only there to make money, then you can see things much more clearly and say, yeah, we won't spend any more money on that. We'll take away all the subsidies that are going to the fossil fuel companies, and we will subsidise green things, tree planting, wind turbines, battery storage, more batteries, so pump storage, tidal energy, wind energy, loads of things we can do. Insulation, so many things we can do, isn't there? So let's just get off this fossil fuels, and before, like in this cartoon, before we destroy the planet. Thanks very much for watching the Fracking Farmhouse. Like, share, all that stuff. Thanks, bye-bye.